himself probably 15 does. He was chasing them around a little bit earlier. And then when this big boy entered the field, that little one-horny was not having any of it. He was not a happy camper. He hopped up and took off. That's what kind of tipped me off to the fact that there was this buck coming in, and I looked behind me. He was probably 100 yards behind me. He wanted to come down the trail that would have put him at 20. But I can't get that lucky. I prepare and prepare and prepare all season. Don't get out and scout as much as I'd like to. It's about a 2.5 hour drive from Fort Collins. Gave it a run at about 3 o'clock this morning. That way I could get down here in the dark, get set up without them seeing me and buggering them up. It worked out alright. Hopefully he'll feed back in the trail. They like to bed up in them hills behind me. We'll see though. Hopefully he doesn't want to bed out in the field. Hopefully too, after he's fed for a while and he realizes that I'm not too much of a threat, he'll inch in closer and hopefully he'll kind of feed by, calmly within his shooting distance, and I can go ahead and put a good shot on him. At one point he was probably 60 yards behind the blind. But I'm set up right on the fence line. The sun's out kind of the east side of the blind, so I didn't want to drop any of those windows and try and get a shot. He was a little leery. It was best to just kind of keep it closed up and hope he crossed the field where they have been. Either way, he's a dandy buck. I'm betting he'd go Pope and Young. He's probably a low 70s buck. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but he's got good sized gutters, pretty good mass below the gutters. He's a little bit weak in the mass above the gutters. And I'm guessing probably 14 and a half tall. Just a beautiful buck. If I can get an arrow in this one, he might find himself a trophy above my mantle for a long time. But at 200 and some odd yards, he's a long ways from being in the freezer. As anybody who's on an antelope with put in any time and done it long enough knows, this isn't even close to a slam dunk. This ain't even close to being a done deal. This ain't even close to becoming an opportunity. So we'll just wait him out and see. At least the time's passing nice. Seeing a lot of goats. The fact that they're rutting around. Maybe I know there's another younger buck that was using this field with this buck last weekend, so unless the rut kicked in and he chased him off, that other little buck might probably come in at some point. Maybe he'll be a little less leery of the blind on the fence, but this guy right here is the one I want to take. He's one of the better bucks I've seen out here. But I suppose the good news, or bad news, either way you look at it, is little brother's got a rifle tag in here in a couple weeks. We got this buck pretty well nailed down, got that white buck pretty well nailed down. The landowner's grandson knows about the white buck, and they were chasing him last year. Not so sure he knows about this buck, so there's probably a pretty good chance that Austin's going to shoot him a darn nice buck for a first one, but we'll see if we can't put this one in the freezer and take one off the list for him. Well, he looks like it's just going to feed out there for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and kill it, and maybe we'll get an opportunity here soon. And for the record, it's only 7:35 in the morning, September 15th. Last 5 days of the archery season.